Welcome to the first devlog of my upcoming game. Today, I am going to show you the progress of my upcoming game. I have no clue for the name of the game yet. Anyway, the genre of the game is going to be a roguelike. For those who don't know what is roguelike, basically there are some rules that defines the roguelike, also known as the Berlin interpretation. In the Berlin interpretation, there are 9 high-value factors, which is random environment generation, permadeath, turn-based, grid-based, no-model, complexity, resource management, hack and slash, exploration and discovery. But it is also listed that missing some of the factors doesn't mean the game is not a roguelike. Likewise, having some of the factors doesn't mean the game is a roguelike. There are plenty of roguelikes in this day, with many different variations. Some of them are not hack and slash, some of them are having real-time combat, but almost all of them still keeping the 3 main factors: the random environment generation, permadeath, exploration and discovery. For the game I am making this time, it is a roguelike with real-time combat. First of all, I start out by making sets of sprites of the player's character: skins, eyes, eyebrows, hairs for male and female, beards, and scars. The player's character are random generated with different set of sprites. First, it randomly chooses the character to be a male or a female. If it's a female, the beard is disabled. And if it's a male, it has a chance whether to have a beard or not. It also randomizes between 4 different hair colors: black, yellow, red, or white, for the color of beard, hair, and eyebrows, and 3 different skin colors for the face and scars. With the concept of roguelike, I want the player to feel like they are controlling a whole new character every time they play. I'm also thinking to randomize the character's personality. Maybe some of them are brave, some are smart, and they all have different pros and cons. Maybe the brave one has a small HP buff, and the smart one has a mana buff. But this is still in concept. You can comment down below if you think this concept is cool or this is too much for the randomness. Using the sprite sets I've made, this is a little preview of the character generator in action. For the texture of the environment, I made a tile set for the floor tile and wall tile. The tile sets are made within every possible transition of the tiles to connect the tiles and make them look more natural. There are more than 30 transitions for each tile. Let's say this is a floor tile, and if it is placed in the corner, meaning that there's walls on the left and top side, it looks like this. And there will be 4 types of situation for this corner tile. There's also the side tiles for top, bottom, left, and right. At this point you will have thought there's only 9 transitions. But wait, if the tiles are placed between 2 walls, the tile will look like this, vertically and horizontally, and also like this. And if the floor tiles are surrounded by wall tiles diagonally, you can't just place a default tile in the middle, because there's outline at the edges of the floor tiles if it is next to a wall. In this case, the connection of the outlines will disconnect at the middle tile. Therefore, I have to make a tile with 4 small outlines corners at top left, top right, bottom left, and bottom right. Tiles with 1 outlines corner, 2 outlines corners, and 3 outlines corners. Tiles with combination of outlines corners and outline on edge. So for each type of tile, I have to draw about 30 different transitions. This took me quite a lot of time as it is my first time making a tile set, and I'm not very happy with the tile set I've made so far, but I decided to move on to random environment generation first. For the random environment generation, I wrote a room generator script using the cellular automata's method. With the script, I can generate a unique room based on the seed string given. In default, it is set to a random seed based on the current time. The script took the seed's hashcode and initialized a unique random number generator with the given hashcode. If you then loop through the whole tile map with a fill rate given. For each tile, the number generator generates a random number between 0 to 100. If it is smaller than the fill rate, it will place a wall on the current tile. After that, the whole map will be filled with some walls. But it is too messy and unnatural, so after generation, the tile map will be passed into a smooth map function. Inside the function, each tile within the tile map is being modified. It checks the neighbor tiles of the tile. If the tile is surrounded by more than 4 wall tiles, it becomes a wall tile. If there is lesser than 4 wall tiles, it becomes a floor tile. And if it is surrounded by exactly 4 wall tiles and floor tiles, it stays the same and continues to check the next tile. After the smooth map function, the map will look more like a dungeon and more natural. This whole process is being rendered 2 times. The first rendering process, it will create the outline of the room and has a lower fill rate of 5%. Those randomly placed walls will be smooth and only remains those that are next to the walls, which give the outer wall some texture. The second rendering process has a higher fill rate of 65%, and it is only affecting the center part of the room. After the rendering process, the obstacle walls inside the room will be regenerated. This is how the dungeon room was formed. I'd also made a simple animation to test out the character sprite I've made. I think this is all I want to cover in this video. Actually, I spent way too much time making the video than the game itself. In the end of the video, I will leave a question here for all of you. Comment down a game design or game mechanic that fits in this game. It could be a special type of room, an unique mechanic of spell, a story of the dungeon, or anything. I will definitely read all the comments and see what interesting ideas you guys have. If you somehow watch until now, please subscribe to my channel because it is my motivation to make more videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.